Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to quantum computing. So in this class we are going to have an introduction to Microsoft Q, which is the programming language for quantum computing. And what we'll do today is pretty simple. We are going to write down a simple line of code that will allow us to test everything and to see that all the downloads that you guys have made are correct and that you are good to go. So what you need to be able to perform this course and the next few classes is pretty simple. So you need at first Visual Studio, which is our code editor in this case. Then you need MQD, which is right here, Microsoft Development Kit. So QDK, sorry, which would be the Microsoft Development Kit. And finally, the last thing that you guys will need is .NET. So basically, I'll show you what is it exactly. So it's a framework, and you need to download it to be able to run the apps that we are going to create. So pretty simple. Simply write down .NET on Google, and you should be redirected on a Microsoft page. It looks something like this, and you simply can download the version right here. So basically the most basic version. If you want to build up apps, it's going to be this one right here. All right, so when you have everything downloaded and everything is ready and good to go, what we'll do right now is pretty simple. We can start creating our project. So basically what we'll do at first is pretty simple. We are going to go on our menu and open up the command palette. So basically right here, we are going to open up our command palette. From this moment, what we want to do is we want to create a new project for our code. So basically what we'll do right now is, for example, in Python, you will run your first line of code, which will be hello world. So you'll print hello world. And what we'll do right now is pretty much the same thing. Simply instead of hello world, it's going to be hello quantum world. So pretty simple, we are going to create a new project. So simply write down create new project. So basically you write it down, Q, come back here. So it's gonna be the one right here. Since I already used it, simply write it down. So Q, create new project. All right. So when it's done, you need to select the standalone console application, which is pretty important. So let's call it Quantum Hello 1, since I already have Quantum Hello, and we are going to create the project. When it's done, it's pretty simple. What we'll do right now is we will open the new project page, and here we go. So basically you guys should have two things right here. So you should have program.qs and quantum hello 1. So we can just click on X on those things. So pretty simple. When all this is done, the next thing that you want to do is simply go here. So basically we'll just look at what our codes look like. So basically, as you can see right here, we have our quantum hello 1, and you should have those basic lines of code right here. And you should have some other lines of code right there. So basically the first file will define the project settings and will contain basic Q code. So basically the one right here. And the message will be right there. So basically hello quantum world, as I said. All right, so next thing that we want to do is pretty simple. We want to run everything. So how exactly we are going to run everything? It's pretty simple. We'll just go on our terminal right here, and we are going to generate a terminal. So we are going to have a terminal right here, and then we are going to run everything. So how exactly do we run everything? Pretty simple. We just write down .NET run and click on enter. Then it's gonna take a little bit of time. And what we are going to create right now, what we are going to generate in our terminal is pretty simple. We are going to generate this text right there. Once again, there is no entanglement or any other quantum code right here. It's just a simple code. But once again, it's written in Q programming language. So as you can see, it has generated right there. So basically right now we know that everything is set up and everything works fine, and you will be able to continue to perform, you will be able to continue to perform other calculations or write down your code in Q programming language. So right now we have verified everything and we can start use Visual Studio Code, and at the same time you already wrote down your first lines of code in Microsoft Q. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.